Play-ins. Play-ins. We talking about the play-ins? Not the playoffs. Not the playoffs. We're talking about the play-ins. That's right. We're talking about the play-ins today. We're going to be talking about the Warriors, the Lakers, the Spurs, and the Grizzlies. There was a lot of good matchups tonight, a lot of fun games to keep our eye on. And today we're going to be breaking down everything that happened. So just kick back, relax, and don't worry, I got you covered. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down, starting off with the Spurs and the Grizzlies. Now, the Spurs and the Grizzlies, this was probably the most predictable series in all of the play-ins and the playoffs. The Grizzlies won this game, and honestly, I'm not surprised at all. The San Antonio Spurs have kind of been struggling for the last 2 or 3 years. They're kind of in no man's land. They have some good young talent with guys like Murray and Lonnie Walker. They have some good veterans like Rudy Gay and DeMar DeRozan, but it just hasn't gelled on the court. And it's just starting to look bad. It's looking like the Spurs are kind of in need of a rebuild or something, because the way they're playing is just not getting it done. This is actually the second year in a row that they missed the playoffs, because tonight they were eliminated once the Grizzlies won. The Grizzlies were able to win because of Valanciunas. Valanciunas had a big game. He was out there playing like Sabonis. He had 23 and 23. Bored man gets paid. Valanciunas did his job and he held it down. Now, whenever people think of the Memphis Grizzlies, people always want to give all the credit to Ja Morant. And I get it, Ja Morant's a great player. But tonight, Dillon Brooks, he did the damn thing. He led them in scoring. He had 24 points. If it ain't Brooks, don't fix it. Okay, no more cheesy jokes. That was a bad one. But Ja Morant, he also had a good game as well. And overall, the Memphis Grizzlies have a good young core, and I think they're a little dangerous in the playoffs. People better watch out for the Grizzlies. They're making some noise. Now, as I said today, the Spurs lost. Their star player, DeMar DeRozan, he did not play good at all. This guy couldn't buy a bucket. Rudy Gay was out there balling harder than him. DeMar DeRozan went 5 of 21 from the field, and that's just not going to cut it at all at any level. Now, this is DeMar DeRozan's last rodeo. This is his last hurrah, or whatever you want to call it, with the Spurs, because this summer he is a free agent and he's going to be out of there. Earlier this season, when LaMarcus Aldridge was traded, people believed that DeMar DeRozan was going to get traded to a contender. That did not happen. So he's going to have to make some moves this summer. He's going to have to go somewhere, and I think it'll be good for him to get a change of scenery. DeMar DeRozan is a pretty good player. He had a great career with the Toronto Raptors. It's kind of sad that with the Spurs, he's kind of become forgotten, and people have really just slept on DeMar DeRozan. So I think a change of scenery, putting him on a contender, I think that would be good for him. Now next, we're going to go ahead and break down the Warriors and the Lakers. Oh yeah, it's prime time. It's the Lake Show versus the boys from the Bay. Ain't nothing but some town business. Let's go ahead and break down that game. That's the one we're all here for. All right, so this whole season, Chef Curry's been going off. He's been master chef. He's been holding it down for the Warriors. He's been dragging them. Steph Curry's had a great year. LeBron James has came out and said that Steph Curry should be the MVP. He acknowledged that he probably won't be the MVP, but LeBron James gave him his credit. And LeBron James and Steph Curry have been buddy-buddy ever since the All-Star game. You might want to keep an eye on them. I might have to hit up Adam Silver or something, because I feel like there's some tampering going on or something. It's pretty wild the way these two went from enemies to friends, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, this was a crazy game. At the start of the game, the Warriors, they had all of the momentum. It did not look like the Lakers was going to win this game at all going into halftime, but LeBron James, he turned it on. He messed around and got a triple-double. King James doing the damn thing. It was looking like Space Jam out there. It looked like he lost his powers, and then all of a sudden he got him back and he turned it on at the right moment. His partner in crime, Anthony Davis, had a good game as well. Anthony Davis has had an interesting year. He's been in and out because of his Achilles injury. So he's had a lot of time to rest. Some people might worry that he might be a little rusty, but he came out and had a quote about how he's feeling good, how he's feeling refreshed. So going forward in the playoffs, he should be okay and be good to go. Now, another person that we got to talk about is Draymond Green. Now, at the end of the season, Draymond Green was talking a lot of crap. He was feeling himself. He's talking about how he's a dog, how people have been sleeping on him for years. Well, Draymond Green, he's going to have to step up next game because the Warriors are going to be taking on the Grizzlies. They're going to be playing for that 8th seed, and it's going to be going down. They're going to need him to play big and get those boards over Valanciunas. Now, we covered the Spurs and the Grizzlies. We talked about King James, Anthony Davis. We got to talk about what's next. So the Lakers will be taking on the Phoenix Suns for that 2-7 slot. And that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of good storylines here. You got Chris Paul, who I believe is the MVP. You got the coach of the year, Monty Williams. You got a good young star, Devin Booker. You got a goon and Jay Crowder over there on Phoenix. And then with the Lakers, you got Frank Vogel, who's always had good defenses. You got the Brow, you got LeBron. It's going to be a hell of a series. Honestly, I really can't tell you which way that's going to go. The Phoenix Suns have played great all year, but the Lakers got veterans and they have size and they have great defense. And normally for a championship contender, that's what you need. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But hey, I just wanted to drop a quick video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Get those notifications. Hey, you came here once. Come back, okay? But as usual, you know, my name's Leezy. I've been keeping it 100, and I am out of here. Whew.